So today on Lord Gavin's internet, PlayStation decides to do the most boneheaded thing that I've ever seen any game company do since the Xbox One and Steve Ballmer. Let's talk about it. So today, PlayStation decided that, you know what, we're going to reveal this big announcement to everybody. And on the internet, they decided, you know what, we'll bring Mark Cerny and have this whole entire elaborate, like 10-minute conference. And what they wanted to do was basically say, you know what, we upgraded everything. We did this mid-gen refresh like they did with the PlayStation 4. But what they absolutely forgot is that the consumer is the consumer. And in this trying time, especially with how the economy is ran and how much money people have in their actual pockets for disposable income, the amount of money that they want to charge for this console. So get ready because we're about to dive in deep. So they want to charge $700 for this console. It does not include the disk drive. So you're going to have to purchase that separate. You Then on top of that, they've increased the price of the game controller from $70 to $75. So those are two L's right now. And you know how bad you have to be that basically the whole entire internet, and we're talking about majority of people who don't ever agree on any single idea more than 50%. But you have about like 96% of the internet, because you know there are the fringe that you have about 4%, maybe 5% that will go with whatever Sony does. But even the Sony fanboys, you know, the people that they consider the brony, what is it, the Sony ponies, they're all rallying against this whole entire massive nonsense that they decided to just announce, for the fact that they're only about like 40% more efficient than what the normal game console is. They're they're boasting about this new 4K 60 FPS massive powerhouse, but in all actuality when you break it down and you look at the specs, it is all upscaled. Yes, it's not native. It is upscaled using AI and their PlayStation processing, which it it gives me a kick because I just think about the days of Sega and the blast processing type of thing. Um, so they're upscaling it. They're using this AI enhancement, using AI, using AMD software. Sorry, it's too many acronyms, but they're using all of this, punching it all together, and then going, you know what, guys, $700. But when you look back at the previous generations or even just the PS4, you can clearly tell that this is nothing more than a cash grab, because the PlayStation 4, when the PlayStation 4 Pro was released, there was about $100 difference. But in this generation, Sony decides that they're going to feed on their massive egos and have something that's north of $200 difference between the base console and the souped up console. And we're talking about with the disc drive, and you're getting a PlayStation 4 Pro at $700, and they can't even give the dignity or even the decency to give you a disc drive. That's another like $80. So you're at $800 there. God forbid you have to pay for the subscription. There's another like 200 and some odd dollars. So where do you ever see the value in this thing? And I know that there's probably going to be like I said, the 4 to 5% that's going to disagree with me on this one, but oh my, oh my good Lord. I know that there's more people out there that agree that this is just a gigantic piece of doo-doo garbage that Sony wants to push down people's throats. It was so bad and absurd that when the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 VR, the VR2 came out, where it was more expensive than the console itself. And I know that I wasn't going to buy this damn thing. I know some people who bought this thing. And I'm sorry, Sony, you haven't given good reason to buy the thing. Then you talk about and hint about having the PSP successor. I don't know how you're gonna do that if you can't even sell the PlayStation 4 Pro, PlayStation 5 Pro. Sorry, it's too many numbers in my head, and I stare at numbers all day. But yeah, it's absolutely just ridiculous. And maybe I'm wrong. And if you feel the same way that I do, or maybe you disagree, please leave it in the comment section below. I would love to see what you guys have up on your mind. And with that one, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. With that one, peace.